What is up, everybody? Welcome on into Alarm Fantasy Football. I'm your host, Andrew Cooper, alongside me, Howard Bender, and it's here. Football today. Let's go. To get us going today, we're going to answer any of your questions. Anything you have. I know they've been coming in on Twitter already. I see you guys, the smart ones, popped into the YouTube. They knew they could put in their question before the show even started. So those people got a head start. Keep that in mind for the Sunday show as well. We'll be on top of that. We're also going to try and fire one more of those drafts. Those are so much fun. The $11 whale is what we're looking to do. There's 3 of 5 people in it right now. So if you go over to Drafters now and jump in there, you can draft with us. Basically, what we do is it's only 5 teams. You draft a week 1 lineup, and then there's like 2,500 people in this pool, and the winner gets $4,000. It's really cool. They're a lot of fun. So if you're around right now and you're signed up for Drafters, jump over there. If you're not signed up yet, you can use promo code ALARM. They'll give you they'll match your deposit up to $100, 100% of whatever you deposit. You can get set up right now over there on that. But Bender, I gotta ask before we get into any of this stuff, man.
Let me just throw this up there for anybody. If you just want to jump in on this contest and zap, I was a little slow on the uptake there with the tech work here, but zap that QR code, or you can sign up over at fantasyalarm.com/draftersbb, promo code ALARM, and that'll get you that $100 deposit match for sure.
Yeah. So Bender, are you ready? Are your lineup set? Are you ready to answer some questions? How are you feeling about the game tonight, man?
I mean, I'm feeling great about the week. I'm feeling great about, everything. I have not yet gone through all of my lineups just to double check and make sure that everything is in there, because the questions are coming in hot and heavy. And listen, I love you all. But some of the questions that you guys are asking already here for week 1 tells me that you don't trust in your draft. And that's what kind of bugs me a little bit. Oh, looks like that draft is full, Coop. Looks like it's starting in a minute, so we can actually get that. So while we wait for this draft to start, let me just say this. Have some faith in your draft, people. It's okay. I mean, if you took a guy in the 5th round, you're taking him in the 5th round because you want to start him. Don't ask me if, Emeka Egbuka or I don't even know, Jaylen Warren. Like, you took Egbuka where in the 5th round?
Right.
Like, make the play, make the move. Just hang it out there. That's all I'm saying. Just trust in your draft. Stop churning your roster over at every single waiver wire spot because somebody farted near the end zone and you're like, oh, I got to get that guy.
Not to mention with Egbuka, I mean, Chris Godwin's out. Jalen McMillan's out. If you're not going to start him now, when do you plan to start him? When those guys come back? I mean, now's the time. Get them in your lineup. Start the fun players week 1. That's the thing. I'm starting a lot of the fun guys. Unless it's like a completely out there pick, I'm going with the fun guys week 1 because I can always fall back on the boring guys later. But I'm trying to see fireworks this week. I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to get the hype going. So I'm jumping on that. Speaking of getting the hype going, we're going to do one of these real quick because they're a lot of fun, and then we're going to jump in and answer your questions. This is a draft. This is a weekly draft, so we're only drafting for week 1 here. With that in mind, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey. I'm just so excited about seeing him back on the field. Ton of fun, good matchup, great player. He could easily be the RB1 this week. It's as simple as that. So going with CMC at 1.
All right, I like that. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs here at 1. Right, going up into big, vicious divisional matchup against the Green Bay Packers. I get it. They're all amped up because they got Micah Parsons in there. There's a reason Jahmyr Gibbs is on the cover of the Fantasy Alarm Draft Guide this year, people. There's a reason.
Yeah, because he's a freak. He's a mutant. He scored 28 points, PPR points in a game last year when he only had 8 carries. Like, this guy can make magic happen. There's only so many guys that can do that. Like, I was going through and kind of looking at the big games, and there was really only 2 guys that scored more than 25 points in a game on fewer than 10 carries. It was Gibbs in one and Devon Achane in another. Like, you need that explosiveness. And, in most of these games, he is actually getting enough carries to make it happen. So I wish I had more Gibbs. That's actually a player. I was going through some of my portfolio for best ball. And oddly, because of how high I was on CeeDee Lamb, I ended up not getting as much Gibbs as I wanted. So maybe I'll sneak in a couple more drafts today and reach and smooth that out a little bit.
What do you think the chances are that right there in the middle of our draft, W257, that's Rod.
That's Rodney. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Rod. That's Rodney Piper,
No
baby.
question, dude. No
Right?
question.
It's
I don't
like,
know if we
oh,
know
look
these
who's
other
in
guys,
there.
though.
What's up, Rod? What's going
What up, Rod?
on? I
He's a
love
sharp
this.
player, so that could be tough for us.
He's a
That could
very
be a
sharp.
little tough for us.
That's what it's all about, though. This is what it's all about. It's about the competition. It's about having some fun with this thing. I mean, listen, these drafts have been absolutely fantastic. And I'll definitely shout it out for the guys over at Drafters because I'm actually, I've been doing Drafters drafts now much more than I've been, looking at any other spot there. Oh, he took Jonathan Taylor. Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Well,
going to do there, Rod?
a
Is that
lot
what
of
you're
the
going to do?
the other great thing is that the drafters main event, it's not going to fill. There's going to be a lot of overlay, meaning you get a better chance at a big prize because the prizes are guaranteed. And a lot of the other contests are already filled and done out there. Like you can't go in and play a lot of the main events for some other sites because they're not available anymore. So I'm definitely going to sneak a few more in today before kickoff. Let's see. What do I want to do here?
I don't know. What do you want to do here?
I'm going to
Very
take.
interesting.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go with a couple wide receivers here because I do like the running back options out there.
Yeah, we got some really good, solid week one matchups that I'm looking at for sure. I'm going to make some updates to the
Doing that.
to the watch list today and take care of that. I'm just going to pair up Daniels and McLaurin there and make that nice and easy for me.
Stack it up, dude.
Right? I mean, listen, that's the fun stuff about these contests and these like little shorty drafts that we're doing. Is that you can just kind of be selective, have some fun. I haven't had Gibbs. I don't think I took Gibbs in any of the other ones that we did. I do know that I did a Daniels and McLaurin one. I think the first one that we did, but again, I believe in the core. I'll mix it up here in rounds 4 through 8, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like in this, only 5 quarterbacks are going to be picked, and a lot of these wide receivers aren't super stackable. Like in something like this, you're probably not taking Trevor Lawrence or your Russell Wilson. I'm probably not going to take C.J. Stroud or Michael Penix. So if I want
Yeah.
to stack, I got to figure out another way to do it. Look at Rodney going heavy RBs with Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry. He might have just taken the 3 RB1, 2, and 3 on the week right there.
It's definitely a possibility. It's definitely a
Yeah.
possibility, but there are so many other names that we can lock into here.
Yeah,
So
love
many.
seeing the questions popping in the chat. Let's go, dude.
We'll
We're
we'll
definitely
get to
gonna.
you guys. Don't you worry here. Let's have a little fun with the draft. I mean, listen, I've already seen it, right? My Twitter feed is already blown up. I woke up to like 40 extra emails today. Where I was like, oh boy, like it's starting, right? People are anxious. People are. I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
why should you be so nervous, people? Did you walk away from your draft thinking, oh, this was terrible? I had a horrible draft? Or did you like walk through it and be like, you know what? I really like my team here. I really like what I did.
And that's the thing. I mean, the thing that shocked me is the number of trade questions I've gotten. Like, I get it. I definitely will. Now is the time to try and do like a 2-for-1 where you give up 2 players to get a better player and then you add somebody off the wire. But I'm seeing some questions. Like I got one today that was just Jameer Gibbs for Brian Thomas Jr. straight up. I think with the guy giving away Jameer Gibbs, and I was like, well, would you if you were going to do the draft again today, would you draft Brian Thomas over Jameer Gibbs? And then he said no. I said, okay, well, don't do that then. I mean,
Then
like,
why? Yeah, exactly,
why are you even thinking
exactly.
about that?
That's definitely that's one of the things that I don't really understand. And it's the same thing with setting your lineups. Like, would you have drafted differently? Would you have done it in a much more in a weirder way? Oh, I tell you, man, you guys are just leaving me so much here on the board. Where do I want to go? I
So many
feel
good
like I
running
got to
backs.
go with some wide receiver work here because, yeah, you know what? Let's get a little funky here. Let's have a little fun. Let's get a little Ted McMillan. Let's get a
There you
little
go.
25% target share here. All right, let's get some heavy targets for him this week. I can definitely dig on that.
Oh, my brother-in-law, he drafted Tet this week, made his team name Tetmo Super Bowl, and put up a little pixelated Tet on there. I'm like, I'm digging that one. That's a solid team name right there. Me and Rodney are in a quarterback showdown right now. Rod, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? at the 3 spot. You
And,
guys,
and you
everybody else
both
is
have
locked
you
in.
both look at you both have 3 running backs here also and 2
I
wide
know.
receivers. So yeah, it's gonna be where you're gonna go with it.
Do it. I mean, I'm whatever quarterback he takes, I'm just gonna take the other one out of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, because this other guy took Baker. Or I could take Jalen Hurts. Ooh, wait a minute here, Rodney. What are you thinking?
Can you Jalen Hurts? He's not eligible
Oh
for
no,
this
he's not eligible. You're right, because he plays tonight.
because he plays tonight.
Ooh,
I don't know about booing anything, man. Look at Rodney's overthinking it right now. He's overthinking it. You're overthinking it.
He's
I'm
full
thinking
Mr. Krabs
away
swirl.
all
There
the
it is.
Jerry
There's
Judy.
Judy. Not a crazy pick.
Take the
Not
fun
a crazy pick.
and I'm going to go with another rookie wide receiver and a Mika Agbuka. Why
I'm gonna do
not?
it. I'm gonna
Here
do
it
that.
comes. There it is. I like your
There
style.
it is.
I like your style.
Your move, Rodney.
Oh boy.
I can't believe you didn't take Njoku, man. I know. Oh, I totally. I have George Kittle ranked ahead of him, but I mean, Njoku, the conditions are perfect, right? They're perfect.
They are.
Maybe Rodney will take him.
Let's see. Let's see. Well, these other guys don't need a tight end unless they want to flex Njoku.
I might rank Njoku. I got to double check. I'm going to post my rankings on Twitter and Reddit today. I'm going to finalize the tight end rankings. There's still some hammering out that needs to be done, but feeling really good about Njoku this week.
Are you? I don't think we're supposed to be posting our rankings in a free public forum.
I post my weekly tight end rankings on my Twitter for 5 straight years.
I
Every
believe
week.
that's supposed to have changed over time.
This year? Well, we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk
We'll
about
have
that.
to discuss that one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that every single year. Last year,
I know.
Before,
I understand.
But it's just the one position that
free, what's going to inspire anybody to subscribe? Why buy the cow when the milk is free?
Well, it's not all free.
That's
it's
the standard question right there.
Half PPR tight end rankings.
Where am I going to go? I think I'm going to stick with the rookie theme here. Have a little fun with it. Let's go with a little Trevion Henderson for my flex spot.
All right, and I need a wide receiver to wrap this puppy up. I'm going to go Davante Adams. First game, big dog. So there you have it, folks. That's our quick drafters draft. I love doing these, man. They're nice and quick. Takes like 10 minutes. So if you're not set up over there, promo code ALARM will get you a deposit match, 100% of your deposit up to $100. So go check that out. FantasyAlarm.com/draftersBB. All right, Bender, you ready to get into it? You ready to answer some of these questions that have been popping in?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So the first one that came in, there were a couple that came in via Twitter. I'm just going to hit real quick, just because they were earlier. Our guy Jay Keezy, good guy here. 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Give us as much information as possible. That is very much helpful. Would you rather roster Troy Franklin or Elik Ayamanar with your last spot? Elik Ayamanar. I know where I'm going. I like Ayamanar.
I do too. I mean, again, it's going to be a very interesting situation. I guess the only real competition, the only thing that he has to worry about really is Tyler Lockett, right?
Tyler Lockett's likely playing out of the slot, and the coach this week came out and was like, hey, you know what? He's earned the right to be called a starter. So I love hearing that. I mean, Troy Franklin, we don't even know what Troy Franklin's role is going to be. He's, probably going to be behind Marvin Mims. So I'm going with Ayamanar. I like him a lot. Dave E asks, what week 1 injury would hurt your heart the most?
And you know what? Any week 1 injury. I'm not even going to put that out on a player's name there. I mean, that's just putting bad juju out in the universe, man. Why would we want to do that?
Yeah, this person, let's not answer that. Kenny Watts, London for Bucky Irving PPR. Would leave him paper thin at RB.
Then no.
So stick with what you drafted.
Okay, if it's going to leave you paper thin at a key position like running back, why would you make that move? I don't understand.
Jason wants to know start 3 out of these guys: Kelsey, George Pickens, Travis Hunter, Deebo Samuel, Matthew Golden, Jameson Williams.
Kelsey, Jamo Williams, and who was the second name that you said?
George Pickens.
Pickens, yes.
Yeah, that's
That's
I'm
where I would
feeling
go.
that too. Feeling that too. PPR got to flex one of Eckler or Dobbins.
I mean, Tennessee's always a stout run defense. It
Yeah, I got
really is.
Jeffrey Simmons in the gang.
So I guess I would probably have to lean towards Eckler in this case.
In full
I don't like
PPR.
it though.
Yeah, I mean, the line for Eckler also suggests that he's going to get some carries. I mean, we know he's going to with Anthony Lynn, so I'd probably go with Eckler too. Best ball, you choosing Tet or Garrett Wilson?
Best ball. I'm not choosing anybody. The computer does that for me.
Yeah, it says best ball league. I don't think Alex knows how best ball works, so don't worry about choosing anything, buddy. You're all set. Tight end question for the tight end masters: start Hunter Henry or Tucker Kraft, leaning Henry for upside.
Henry. I mean, I don't know about upside, but he's just, to me, he's the higher floor.
Right. That's where I'm at with it too. Especially in PPR, Hunter Henry's just a safe pick. He's got a good matchup this week, so I'm going there. DK Metcalf or George Pickens? That's the last one from the Twitter questions.
Pickens for me.
Yeah, I go Pickens as well. All right, let's jump into the YouTubes, hit the people that were here early, and then we'll start putting them up on the screen when we get to Jedi Avenger. So here we go. First one, Mac White was in here bright and early. Smart move by him. Pick one to flex in 12-team full PPR. Calvin Ridley at Denver with possible Surtain on him, or Ricky Pearsall at Seattle with Jennings now active to muddy the waters a little bit. And he said thanks. So it's Ricky Pearsall or Calvin Ridley.
I would probably just go Pearsall for the softer matchup. Right. We've talked about Surtain all the time, right? If he does get beat, then he's going to take the guy down and he's going to just commit the penalty, which kind of ruins everything for you anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I love Calvin Ridley and I'll use him for volume as the season goes on. But this matchup in week 1 against Denver, I'm not really interested in.
Yeah. I hate the pass interferences for Surtain because, it does nothing for you. It really does. Bruce K says, hey, Andrew and Howard, main event team, full PPR, bench 1 of RJ Harvey, Deebo Samuel, Rome Odunze, Aaron Jones. So one of those players not in the lineup of Harvey, Deebo, Rome, Aaron Jones. I would probably leave Deebo out, I think.
Really? Leave Deebo out?
I'm starting Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Either Deebo or Rome Odunze I'd leave out. I like RJ Harvey too. I think he's a fun, exciting player. If you drafted him where his ADP was, I feel like you got to be starting him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay sitting Rome Odunze. You're going to see some growing pains, some nerves. Not to mention the fact Minnesota's got a solid defense. Monday Night Football. I mean, I think it's just one of those. I don't mind Odunze. Somebody yesterday, what was the? It was like a 4.5 receptions was the prop for the over under, and I just wasn't thrilled with the over 4.5 on that. So. Right. Yeah, I'd probably sit Odunze over here.
Right. And even if Harvey's the second string guy, we expect him to touch the ball more than 5 times. You know what I mean? Like couple catches, couple carries. So I'm going with him. Yeah, we don't know what Odunze is going to be. At least we do know Deebo is going to be the wide receiver too. Like they got nobody else really. It's not going to be.
And they're probably going to have some fun with the Giants anyway.
Yeah. Maximus, half PPR, Jacoby Myers. Or Pearsall is the first question. So Myers or Ricky Pearsall?
Pearsall. I'm fine with that.
I'm same with that. And then it's Eckler or Travis Etienne. I go Etienne, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go Etienne. He's going to be the starting running back at least for now, right?
And if he's not the starting running back, we know that Bigsby doesn't have the best hands, so he'll at least be in the Rachaad White role, which is Rachaad White had 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year. So it's not. And again, we're looking at a potential 3-way split with the Commanders because of this Chris Rodriguez business, So we don't really know what that's going to look like. Greg Martinez, why is Jaylen Warren so high in his projections? Start him over Sutton in half PPR. Well, he's high in his projections because he's basically been the starting running back all offseason for this team to the point where Kenneth Gainwell has been operating on third downs and Caleb Johnson's kind of like the third fiddle. So Warren is looking pretty good. But I would not start him over Sutton. I would start Courtland Sutton because we love Courtland Sutton.
We do love Courtland Sutton.
Yep. Jerry Nelson saying, what up? Jedi Avenger, here we are. We are live in the chat. Awesome. Now we can get him up on the screen here. Let's go. Jedi Avenger, start Pearsall or Olave in PPR?
It's Pearsall for me. I've been out on Olave all season, preseason long. I have no reason to jump in on it now all of a sudden.
Yeah, you can jump in on Olave all of a sudden week 2 if Spencer Rattler looks serviceable, if he looks viable, right? But week 1, I'm not interested in starting any sort of Saints pass catcher outside of Kamara.
No, I was actually thinking about throwing a little something on a Buda Baker pick 6.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Pacheco. Here we go. Next one. Pacheco or Ted McMillan for my flex. Ted.
I would go. I mean, if it's PPR, I would definitely go with McMillan here. I think he's going to see targets. It's going to be a good game here, Carolina against Jacksonville, because neither defense is like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing ever. Pacheco is. I like Pacheco. He's solid, but again, they like using Kareem Hunt inside the red zone. Mahomes is probably going to be doing some stuff on his own. I think Pacheco is a fine guy. I just don't think that there's like a really high ceiling for him, right? So I think that with McMillan in a PPR format, I mean, if this guy sees 10 targets in this game, he's going to catch 7 or 8 of them.
Right, and you always talk about how teams like the Ravens and the Bills like play it safe and just kind of ground and pound the ball into the end zone at the goal line. The Chiefs don't really do that. They're always doing like weird shovel passes and like kind of cartoonish stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can't. They don't really go in just say, hey, we're gonna run it 3 times and score here. They're always doing some sort of weird stuff. So you can't really bank on it. Brian, good luck to you and the rest of the family in week 1. All right, let's go. Last one here. Which or from Jedi? Last one from him. Which of these should I cut to at a kicker? Woody Marks, Luther Burden III, Ray Davis, or Jaden Blue. So Luther Burden, Woody Marks, Ray Davis, Jaden Blue. I'm keeping Jaden Blue because I want to see what his usage is like. I'm keeping Luther Burden because he's an exciting rookie. So it's going to be one of Woody Marks or Ray Davis. You got the play in Davis. You got the upside play in Marks.
Yeah, the thing about it is I'd probably just keep Davis and just hold and see. He's the direct handcuff to James Cook. Woody Marks is gonna. I mean, he's a pass catching back, right? So he'll probably have a role, but he's never gonna be the guy who's gonna be the guy to rely on, right? And you just never know really with the rookie. They're gonna go with a lot of Nick Chubb, and there's Damian Pierce is there also. I think I would just probably just be out on the Houston backfield and make it that way.
Don't be surprised when Woody Marks doesn't even play at all, and it's like Dare Agumbawale out there on third downs. Like,
yeah,
they like that guy, more than we do, So it's probably Woody Marks has to go. Managing my QB spot, 6 bench spots. These are available on the wire. Wow, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Russ, May, Daniel Jones, CJ. Wow, I would go Drake May or Trevor Lawrence. If it's 6-point passing, I might go Trevor Lawrence, but otherwise, I'm going Drake May. Go for the upside, right? The mobile upside.
6 bench. These are available. I mean, all right. So, well, here's the thing. I mean, if this is just for a bench guy, and all of these guys are sitting on the wire right now, who do you have? Like, who's your star? Who's your quarterback right now? Do you really need to add one of these guys? Do you think that suddenly after week 1, Lawrence, Tua, Drake May, they're all going to be scooped up off the waiver wire? I don't always see the need to keep a backup quarterback on the roster. If the rest of the league is leaving all of these guys available, then that's what it is. But I mean, if you think that everybody's going to scoop players up, I mean, either for me, it's either Lawrence or May. Those are the 2 best out of this group here. But again, I don't necessarily know if that's really necessary if all of these guys are available.
Right, because they'll just be there for you. With that in mind, I think it's only May, just because he offers a different level of upside than the other guys if he's going to run 5, 6, 7 times. So if you're going to add anyone, add May. But like Howard said, you might not need to add anybody. Guy says, nice shirt, Coop. Where'd you get it? I did get it at Guy's He Opened Day Coffee Shop in Rhode Island, Burrillville, Rhode Island. So if you live in Rhode Island, in the Pascagoula neighborhood, pop in. Go to New Leaf, check it out. It's pretty cool.
New Leaf out in California is like one of those communism grocery stores, right?
Oh,
It's
nice.
like one of those communal things that has a lot of herbal things in there.
Yeah. Take a book, leave a book type thing. What's up, everybody? Pop in the chat. Brad's got a question here. Davante Adams or DJ Moore? Wow, that's a real serious question there. And I think I go Davante Adams just because we don't necessarily know what that Bears offense is going to look like, but we know what the Rams offense is going to look like. They got 2 good wide receivers and a good running back, and that's the team, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only question is are you worried about Derek Stingley? Are you worried about Jalen Petre? Are you concerned about any of these guys? You got CJ Gardner-Johnson floating around in the secondary. I mean, I don't think either one, anybody's going to shut down Davante Adams. I feel like DJ Moore should be the leading receiver on that team. But I mean, listen, I think we're splitting hairs here that, you play the guy you want. If you lose your matchup because you chose between Davante Adams and DJ Moore, you probably, had like a really, really tough matchup there to begin with in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's with DJ Moore, we say he's probably going to be top guy on the team, but he came out this offseason and said, I don't expect to get as many touches. I don't know why he felt the need to say that, but that has me a little bit nervous. I mean, he's a guy that usually gets a ton. But I don't know. With Adams, I just feel he's safe. And hey, everybody in the world is telling me Puka Nacua is the wide receiver 1. So why wouldn't he face Derek Stingley, right? Everyone's, it's like our team's going to do what we expect, like what we would do, or are they just going to put their best corner on Davante Adams? It's kind of hard to say. So we'll have to see on that. But I just feel so confident in Adams and Nacua. The Rams are also favored, whereas the Bears are dogs, so I'm going with Adams.
Do it up.
Should I trade Ramondre Stevenson for Hollywood Brown? 14-man. Burrow. He has Burrow, Achane, Connor, Collins, Hunter, Warren, Jones. So kind of a depth play here. I think I would do that. I would do that because you have Achane, Connor, Warren, and Jones. I mean, Ramondre.
Yeah, I don't see Ramondre cracking that group.
No, yeah. So go for Hollywood. Hollywood could potentially be, because we don't know what Travis Hunter is going to look like. He could be eased in. He could be playing some defense. Like you might be starting Hollywood for a few weeks here while Rashee Rice is out. So that's where I'm going. Should I trade? Oh, the Twitch gang in the house. Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang. Did you bring your Twitch glasses to Alaska, or did they get stuck?
They're over in the corner. They're over in the corner over there.
Actually, my Twitch glasses are. I wonder if we'll wear the Miami flu glasses because my Twitch glasses aren't on my table here. Well, it's week 1. We gotta iron the kinks out here. But Twitch gang, thanks for popping in. If you're watching on Twitter or on Twitch, we love you. Come on over to YouTube and click the like and subscribe. That actually helps us out a lot, but watch on whatever platform you feel like. But that would help us. Should I trade Ramondre? Yeah, you already did that. Do the trade. Okay. Start 2 of 4 in my 2 flexes. Jerome Ford, Jalen Warren, Emeka Egbuka, J.K. Dobbins. I'm starting Egbuka. Who are you going with next, then?
I'm going to go with Warren. Warren and Egbuka for me.
Yep.
Tennessee's defense is just, it's always been a really sound run defense, and it's probably going to remain that way as well.
Mahai Luke in the house, Sharp Gamer, FFPC Big Gorilla, Mayor Murray. Still Murray, right? Murray's a lot more reliable in fantasy.
Yeah, I would probably go with Murray here. I also love, come on, you're going up against the Saints. He's going to run one in. He's going to, pick up some extra yardage. They've got a little bit of a decent pass rush there for New Orleans. So, yeah, I would probably lock in that one.
Yeah, next question, Higgins, Diggs, or Coleman? Attention, everybody. First one of the year. Higgins now goes in the category of Williams, in the category of Jones. You cannot just say Williams. Should I start Williams this week? You can't even say should I start Jay Williams? You know what
every
I mean?
Time, every time.
Is it T Higgins or is it Jaden Higgins? If it's T Higgins, you start T Higgins. If it's Jaden Higgins,
then you start Diggs.
You start Diggs. Yes. So please, folks, give us the bare minimum we need. Help us help you. Start 2 of these in the flex: Monty, Dobbins, Ridley, or Mason Taylor. Ridley with a tough matchup, but probably the best player there. I'm going to start Monty for sure. David Montgomery. I might just start Ridley anyway because we
Yeah,
don't
I
like the
mean,
matchup for Dobbins either.
yeah, I don't like the matchup for Dobbins, and I mean, I don't like the matchup for Dobbins. I don't like the matchup for Ridley, and I don't like what I've seen so far, especially now the Jets lost Elijah Vera Tucker off the offensive line. So I
Ooh.
just don't necessarily know if I'm ready to trust Justin Fields yet. So
Yeah.
Monty and Ridley are probably the plays here.
For those that missed it, Howard yesterday was like, I'm hearing some bad news through the grapevine for Elijah Vera Tucker yesterday. I'm not sure what you were way ahead on that source, but turns out that it was a torn tricep.
Triceps, yeah.
So he's going to miss the entire year probably. So
Not probably. He already had season-ending
okay,
surgery.
season-ending
He's
surgery there, and he's a key player for that team. So that stinks. Last questions for Luke: May or Stafford? So he's got Stafford or the mobile QBs. So May or Stafford or Fields or Stafford? Do you go with the safe guy or do you throw caution to the wind with the mobile QBs here, Bender?
I mean, I would probably go with Drake May over Stafford, and then I would go Stafford over Fields.
Yeah, because Fields, that Pittsburgh defense is they're not nice. That could be a low scoring affair.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a low scoring affair.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets have a good, solid defense. Pittsburgh's got a great defense. You know that the Jets are going to be hell bent on
Right.
beating the snot out of Aaron Rodgers, right? And then the Jets are just the Jets.
Yeah, I was looking to bet the under on that, but it's set at 38.5, which is very low.
I'd still be comfortable betting under.
Yeah. Start two of these: Pittman, Diggs, Keenan, Harvey, Tyrone, Hunter Henry. I'm probably just gonna start Pittman and Diggs.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. Pop in to say hello. Jamie, what's happening? Always good to see you. Kyle Cyber, I have Josh Allen wondering, should I double flex Shakir and Coleman or should I start Jacoby Myers or Ollie Gordon to start two? I think we addressed this one yesterday that we like
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers and
Shakir.
Shakir if it's PPR. If it's like standard for some reason, then start Coleman. But otherwise, it's Jacoby and Shakir.
Yep.
All right. Keys Cheese here saying Christian Kirk in 2 of my 4 leagues on my bench. Iamenor and Dante Thornton are available in those leagues. Is Kirk droppable for
No,
either of
no,
those
no,
2?
no. I can just jump right in on that one. He's the number 2 receiver in this offense for Houston. Iamenor and Dante Thornton. These are high up. They're not even high upside plays. They're just upside plays. They're rookies. We have no idea how they're going to really pan out.
Right.
Kirk is a veteran. Kirk has been very quietly just locked in as the number 2 receiver opposite Nico Collins. So, and then when they go to 3 wide receiver sets, he moves into the slot and Jaden Higgins takes the outside. So, I think Kirk is going to be more than, that Kirk's the one that you want.
Right. And the thing with guys like Dante Thornton is that we get all excited. Dante Thornton and Torrey Horton and Elik Iamenar about these guys, but there are a ton of guys that play every snap and aren't fantasy relevant. I mean, a guy like Michael Wilson plays a ton. A guy like Alec Pierce plays a ton, but because they have other pass catchers, he's not a top 2 target. I mean, like Dante Thornton, he needs to pass Jacoby Myers because he's not going to pass Brock Bowers, right? And so you gotta do the math on where they are in the target totem pole, not necessarily where they are in terms of just starting or not starting,
Yeah. And I would also just watch. I get that, I mean, Kirk didn't practice yesterday and he wasn't seen in practice to start this morning. I totally understand your concern there, but he's still the better player.
Right.
Don't swap out a better player just because he's banged up with a hamstring issue right now. That's not, I mean, again, churning over your roster and churning over your bench is not the way to do it. Listen, if a guy has a defined role and he's sitting on your waiver wire and you're like, oh, okay, that might be, worth the move. If not, the guys you drafted Christian Kirk because why? Because he's the number 2 wide receiver on that team. Injured or not, he's the number 2 wide receiver on that Houston team. And, Iamenor and Dante Thornton, like Coop just said, are kind of buried in that depth chart. Think about, what that is. Just because you can make a waiver wire move doesn't mean you have to. And you're not adding somebody who is like, somebody who, suddenly we're going to turn around and be like, oh my God, this guy is, going to pop. He's going to be amazing. He's going to be, a league winner and everything like that. Because what did you hear about Aya Manor and Dante Thornton throughout the entire preseason? Oh yeah, speculative. He could move up. He might not move up, everything like that. So you really have to be careful with how you're churning over your roster and how you're handling your bench, right? Because a lot of people, this is where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. They overreact to the news leading into week one. They overreact to what they saw in week one. And then they end up just dropping really solid players for some potential flavor of the week, that somebody said, the dude's got upside. Like you got to be very careful with that.
Right. So all that being said, if Kirk does get ruled out and you can move him into an IR spot, add Elik Ayamanar. That's what I would do. Tyler B, guys, looking for help between Juwan Jennings and Stephon Diggs in full PPR. I might be a little biased towards Diggs here. What do you think, Howard?
I don't think you're biased towards Diggs. I would go with Diggs here over Jennings is just coming back from the injury.
Right.
I actually like some of what Seattle's got in their secondary as well. You're dealing with, competing for targets with McCaffrey, Kittle, Ricky Pearsall. So I would stick with Diggs as the alpha.
Yep, I'm fully with that. Hal wants to know, talk me out of starting Harold Fannin. Well, you're going to start the backup tight end for one of the worst teams in the league. That's the plan.
Yeah, I think Hal's just kind of messing with us right here.
Let me know what format that is. It's got to be a deep league. Calvin Ridley or Michael Pittman in the flex. You did draft Ridley before Pittman, but Ridley does have a tough matchup. So, kind of close.
Pittman for me.
I think it's Pittman, yeah. Ridley, if you can avoid starting Ridley this week. We love Ridley every other week. But it's first game for the rookie quarterback in Mile High. Bad news. New nickname for Tet McMillan, the Tet Offensive. I like that. Best ball in our league, picking a bench spot can replace a starter. We can only pick one bench player. So I don't know if I get that. So Garrett Wilson or Tet on my bench with CD and Xavier starting. Would you start? Okay, I guess would you start Garrett Wilson or Tet over Xavier Worthy?
No.
Yeah, label A is. Xavier Worthy is going to be in your lineup for the first 6 weeks, probably regardless, because no Rashee Rice means targets for him. Jameson Williams, Judy, or Myers. We're big on JMO. Big on JMO.
Yeah, I'm big on JMO, and then I like Judy. I definitely do like Judy in this matchup against the Bengals, but I'm totally in on Jameson Williams.
Me too. Let's do it. Start Egbuka, Zay Flowers, or Shakir, or J.K. Dobbins in the flex. So this is interesting. Egbuka or Flowers. Yeah, go with Egbuka. Have some fun. If the thing is, Flowers is such a safe but boring player. If Egbuka comes out and just face plants, then you have the rest of the year to start Flowers. Danny Dimes or Justin Fields?
I would probably go with Daniel Jones at this point right now.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
It's a softer matchup, and I get that he doesn't. I mean, he does have some mobility. He definitely does.
Right. I think Justin Fields, unfortunately, it's like the schedule maker, when he saw that game, just rubbing his hands together and being like, that he knew he had to put this game somewhere on the schedule where the Steelers are starting the last year's Jets quarterback and the Jets are starting last year's Steelers quarterback. I mean, like, no wonder the over-under is so low. It's like no team knows these players better than the teams they're facing this week. It's a perfect storm. It's a perfect narratives. DK Metcalf or Ridley. I know you've been off Metcalf, but Metcalf's going to get Sauce Gardner.
He's going to get a little sauce action there. I'd go Ridley.
Yeah, go Ridley. Is Chubb worth a roster spot?
Yes. Or should I pick up a backup QB?
No, because Chubb might come out and get 15.
Here it is, dude. Here, Elik Ayamanar, man. This is the name that is littering far too many questions here in week one.
There's always somebody. I do like the player, but don't drop a guy that could be a starting running back. If you can just hold on to Chubb and Javonte Williams and these guys and just see what it looks like. Chubb could get 20 carries. Could get 15, 20 carries. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Golden, Ridley, Harvey at the flex.
I'm probably on Golden here.
I think Golden. That's what I was thinking too. It's like there's a real possibility that all the wide receivers on the Packers for the last year or two have been just okay, and Jordan Love is actually really good. That's a real possibility that like Love is the player who's good, and the rest of these guys have been just fine. And when they get a guy in here who's actually really good, it's fireworks. You know what I mean? Like guys like Tom Brady would elevate all these like bad wide receivers, and then the first time he got a good wide receiver, the guy scored 23 touchdowns. It's like Matthew Golden might just be awesome, and the first time they've had a really good wide receiver. So definitely worth a shot. Tony Pollard or Chris Olave?
I mean, Denver's got a tough defense as well, but I'm still going to go with Pollard. With no Spears.
No Spears, yeah. Spears on IR for the first 4 weeks. So Pollard's going to be an easy start, at least for 4 weeks. There we go. Maddie letting us know it's 10:28. So that's where we are. We're behind on questions a little bit, but we can get through these. Fred, what's up, Fred? Half PPR. Should I play Hunter Henry with Travion on my flex or play Pearsall, Jacoby Myers in my flex?
I'm playing Trevion over any of those guys in the flex. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm starting Trevion.
Might as well just keep Hunter Henry in there. I mean,
right. It's not like you can swap Hunter Henry out. It doesn't matter. Those guys are going to be it's going to be Diggs, Henry, Henderson. That's the team. Keenan Allen or Rashid Shaheed?
I'd probably lean on Keenan Allen here and just see what happens. Listen, he was the security blanket for Justin Herbert before. Right. McConkey steps in. The two of them are going to be the main receivers on the field here going up against the Chiefs. It's a tough matchup in Brazil, but again, I'm having a very tough time investing in any Saints wide receivers. Because what you really are hoping for here is garbage time.
Yeah.
And I'm not hoping for garbage time in week 1.
No. Dennis, what's up, dude? The Packers defense right now, but I'm thinking about picking up another defense in the Texans. Good idea. I know the season hasn't started yet. It's got to be a deep bench for me to hold 2 defenses. The Packers do have a bad schedule, and they have the first bye week of any team in week 5. So I probably wouldn't hold both defenses. If anything, I would drop the Packers and pick up the Texans.
Yeah, I would drop the Packers and pick up the Texans for sure. Right. I think that everybody gets just freaked out because Micah Parsons landed with them, but the Texans overall have just a much better defense.
Right. It's like here's what you could if you have the Packers defense, you got Detroit week 1, brutal matchup. Washington, playoff team. Then you get the Browns, that's a nice start. But then you get the Cowboys, and then you have a bye week, and then you have the Bengals. It's like Packers are a team that probably should be left on the wire, and you consider adding them around week 7, 8 when they get matchups against like the Cardinals and some of those teams. So leave the Packers for now. Half PPR, Pearsall, Palmer, Henderson, Ridley, Pittman, RB. Need two flex. So just 2 of those guys.
Just any 2 of those guys, Pittman and Henderson. Okay.
Yep. Done. Travis Hunter or Pickens in PPR?
Pickens.
Yeah. Definitely go Pickens. Just so we can see it. Again, if Travis Hunter breaks out.
Stop. Can you tell me why Pickens has a bad matchup? Because that's somebody said something to me the other day about Ladd McConkey having a bad matchup. Define a bad matchup here for George Pickens going up against a revamped secondary that has a lot of youth in it in comparison to what the Eagles were last year. So I just don't understand when you're saying that Pickens has a bad matchup. Are you saying to me that who's going to be on Philadelphia? If I'm going to Philadelphia's secondary here, right? Quinion Mitchell and Adoree Jackson.
Yeah,
right. So those are your 2 outside corners.
Mitchell's pretty good. He'll probably see a good amount of Mitchell because Lamb will be in the slot, but that's not a bad matchup. And again, with Travis, you got to remember with some of these like hype guys like Travis Hunter, if he's on your bench and he goes crazy, you won't be disappointed. You'll be pumped that your pick actually hit instead of just being a complete flop, which I'm warning people now. A bunch of these rookies are going to play like rookies. And even the ones that get a ton of work could end up being, a Marvin Harrison Jr. where they're just okay, but they're not worth their ADP. So just please keep that in mind that there's going to be some tough ones.
Not to mention how many starters really played in the preseason. Right? You're going to see a lot of rust on these guys going up against each other. We've seen this in week 1 every year for, I don't even know how long, 10 years, 15 years. Week 1, kind of just like a little bit of a wild card week there because these guys have stopped practicing. They stopped playing in the preseason games. So they're not all up to game shape. That's why I'm on the under in tonight's game against, with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Because neither Dak Prescott nor Jalen Hurts have really played all that much in the preseason. So it's going to be rusty.
Yeah, some of these teams just don't play at all in the preseason. The Rams, dude, like if you're even close to a viable player, you didn't even play a snap in the preseason.
Yeah, the Chiefs hold Andy Reid holds everybody out. Yeah. I mean, it's standard practice now.
Right, especially for like teams that are largely have it figured out. Like, and it's smart for some of these teams that, if you got a rookie quarterback or if you have a bunch of young pieces, play those guys for a bunch of snaps. But like the Eagles, they didn't need to play anybody. They know who their guys are. They know what they're doing. Sorry, we didn't do Edwards' question. G. Edwards wants to know one flex, Monty, Pollard, or JMO. That's a PPR.
I'd probably go with Monty here.
I think I would too. It's just it's the prudent play.
Yeah. It's the safest of the 3.
Hamburglar. Josh Cole's in the house. What's up, dude? Need one tight end in 4 flexes. So Devontae Adams, Sutton, Laporta, Kittle, Metcalf, and Devonta Smith. So I'm going to start Kittle at the tight end spot. Boom. Yes. Done. Devontae Adams will be in my lineup. Cortland Sutton will be in my lineup.
Smith.
Yeah, bench Laporta. Bench Laporta.
Yeah.
Way she goes. Goff or Caleb?
I'd probably go with Goff just for the safety aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm going Goff too. That's the way I got him ranked. Let's see. AA wants to know half PPR. Should I drop Trey Harris? I have Keenan Allen for Mims or Kirk. Drop Trey Harris for Mims or Kirk.
I would drop him for Kirk.
Yeah, I would too. And then if you have an IR spot and he doesn't play this week, you can just pick up somebody else. And
I hate that. I'm just going to say this right now. Leagues that allow you to move a guy into an IR spot when they're just out for a week are trash.
I kind of like it.
Bush League.
I like it. I like to be able to tinker.
It's like beginner fantasy. There's no challenge to it. If I could take a guy just because he's out this week and move him and add another guy onto my roster like that, that's not. I mean, that to me doesn't.
Fantasy football is supposed to be fun, and
it's supposed to be fun, but it's also supposed to be competitive. IR means IR.
I like the leagues that reward the people that are making moves and making trades and are in there. I like the leagues that reward the people that are logging in. So if you're logging in and you're moving guys that are out into an IR spot and you're adding people and
I differ on that. You can have fun and you can reward the diligent owner without having being able to say, oh, this guy's out because he's got a toe injury and he's going to be back next week, but he's out this week. That's not IR to me. Like then just you gotta give some other kind of designation then, because IR is IR.
The problem is with certain like shallow bench leagues, like you run into an issue during the bye weeks where it's like if your guys are out, now you got to drop that guy or start.
That's the whole point of having a short bench is to make that waiver wire like a little bit more flush with talent. Otherwise, guys just keep hoarding. If you allow somebody to put a guy who's out for a week into your IR spot and you have 4 IR spots and you can do that with 4, then that person's just hoarding players.
Great.
And taking them, out of the pool. That's not competitive. That's Bush.
It's the best.
No, it's
not. I love that. Smitty, what's up, dude? Smitty's back today. Smitty, what's up, dude? Shakir or DK to start? He came back today because today is the day we answer questions. So we love to see you in the chat, Smitty. Shakir or DK?
Again, I'm just going to lock down on Shakir. I need to see what DK Metcalf looks like with Aaron Rodgers. Not to mention the fact that Sauce Gardner is going to be there, but I just think that Rodgers and Metcalf could be missing each other.
If it's any sort of PPR, it's Shakir. I think if it's standard, I might just throw Metcalf in there because he's a big goon. Mick Golden. All right. PPR need 3. Myers, Devonta Smith, and Harvey. I would start the 3 you named. The chat. You guys are losing in the chat. I know it's the end of the show, but let's clean it up here. Hamburglar. Let us know if there's a player you're missing there. Here we go. Scatabo worth holding on to for bye week replacement. I know too early to talk buys. Not really, though. I mean, a couple of these teams have bye week 5. So, like, if you're sitting there with Tucker Kraft, it's okay to throw a high risk, high reward tight end on your bench because you're going to need to pick one up during the month of September at some point. But anyway, I digress. Scatabo worth holding on to, or look at other options. Starters are Genty and Kyron Williams. We got to know what the other options are. Raider Dave. Scatabo isn't exactly a guy you can't hit, but without knowing the rest of the guys there, we say don't hit him. Our best ball bench player can overtake a starter. Okay. That's
if they score more points.
Okay. Hit that like. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you shouting that out. Hit the like and subscribe. We come on here and we do this for free to help you guys out. You can help us out for free just by hitting like and subscribe. It does go a long way to help us out. Whenever you throw a comment, you throw a like or something on there, it really helps us. And if you really want to help yourself out and help us out, get a membership over at fantasyalarm.com right now, where you can ask us questions at any time in the Discord. I even have my own channel on there, but we have channels for Dynasty, Redraft, Best Ball, DFS, you name it, where you can ask your specific question for any sport. And right now, we have the best deal that we ever have during the year. It's 40% off already. With this promo code DRAFT25, you can get 25% off any one of our products to become a member. That totals 65% off what it typically costs. You can get in and experience everything, especially if you play multiple sports or even just even just check out other sports. We do it all: baseball, hockey, basketball, MMA, golf, you name it. So there you have it, folks. Get set up there. We got a few more going here. Kevin Tompkins in the chat. Howard and Coop OTC back to back. We got a draft going here with couple Cubs players. Jameson Tyone is in there. Jordan Wicks. So after the show, Howard, you're up. Then.
Oh, did that sucker actually start up
He's
here?
fired off today. Yeah, last draft of the season. Yeah. Let's see real quick. It looks like Jameson Tyone took CeeDee Lamb. Jordan Wicks took Bijan. Yeah, that's a cool one.
Are there rules? What are the rules? I don't know what the rules are. Yeah. Is this just a regular old PPR draft? I'll take Malik Neighbors and put you on the clock.
Chat's with me. Chat, who'd you take?
I took Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors. Oh, I'll take
you for 2 picks.
I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. I'll take Nico Collins, dude. This is 12.
Beautiful.
You got McCaffrey and Collins, bro.
All right, Tompkins.
You took Barry Thomas Jr. What is everyone doing up there? I guess there's not really any bad picks. Is this a 10-team league? I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's get through these last few and get you guys out of here. All right. Here we go. Which bite of the white bread sandwich do you want? Dallas Goedert or Jake Ferguson? Brendan, here's what I would do.
A bread sandwich.
Here's what I would do, brother. I would start Goddard, and I would check out the waiver wire. Let me know if there's any high risk, high reward type guys on there, like a Dalton Kincaid, a Kyle Pitts, a Chiga Okonkwo. Like, give yourself a little more shot at upside. Both those guys are probably the third target on the team. Not that they're not good players, but it's like they're going to be third behind A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, or behind CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. I don't mind having one of them in your lineup, but that pairing is going to create a weekly headache for you unless one of the wide receivers gets hurt. So I would probably try to swap out Ferg for somebody with a little more upside. Give yourself a little more shot at hitting the breakout. PPR, Harvey, Odunze, or Pearsall.
Harvey, Odunze, or
Pearsall. I would just send it with Harvey, but Pearsall is probably what you should do.
Pearsall's probably the smarter choice. Harvey's definitely the upside play here.
Yeah. the way I would rank it is Parasol as the guy. But if it was my team, I just get too excited. I think I would just start Harvey and say, well, let's go. Ford, Hunt, Hill. Okay, so this was a question earlier. Oh yeah, Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang. Ford, Hill. So he's saying drop Scatabo for one of these guys. I would drop him for Jerome Ford or Najee Harris.
I would drop him for Najee. Absolutely. Najee's
For
going to have a
sure.
role here in week 1. And
Right.
and Najee, like now that the eyeball thing is kind of taking care of itself, listen, you're paying the dude you're $9.5 million and you're guaranteeing $5 million of it. You didn't pay him that. You're not paying him that to sit on the bench.
Dude, I saw him at his press conference like 2 days ago. His eyes look fine. They look great. Look better than my eyes, dude.
He looked better than that lady in like the bulging eye disease commercial.
Yeah.
He's always wearing like the big goggles amongst her friends.
They look beautiful. The best looking eyes I've seen since Rashay Caldwell. Remember? Okay, here we go. Ravens defense or Jets defense? Ravens versus Bills. No, Jets versus
Rodgers.
Yeah, definitely. Just drafted last night, doing one league. Should I start Tyler Warren or Tucker Kraft?
Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft is the most boring tight end. You want to talk about a bread sandwich?
Yeah. Well, Tucker Kraft, the thing is, the yin and yang move would be Kraft, but you paid up for Warren. You took Warren before Kraft. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, have some fun, dude. Put Warren in there this week. If Warren is just not involved or whatever, then you have the rest of your life to start Tucker Kraft.
I think Warren's going to be involved.
Yeah. Last question here of the show. Oh, sorry. Brendan got one in under the wire. 2 questions. What are your thoughts on stashing Tesla? Always for stashing names like that. That is a name that's interesting. They drafted him. Brad Holmes, the back-to-back executive of the year, said that he loves him, said it was his favorite wide receiver in the draft, and they traded away Tim Patrick. But don't stash him at the expense of a player that could actually crack your lineup over the first couple of weeks, because Tesla is still he could be the 5th target on the team. If you really do the math, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs deserve targets. He could be the 5th target on the team. So if you have a very deep bench, yes, go right ahead. But just know that guy needs certain conditions to be a guy that you're actually going to utilize, So
I thought you were like actually asking me. I agree with everything that you just said there. I mean, he's a good field stretcher, right? He's a rich man's Khalif Raymond.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So here we go. Here's that question. Goddard and Ferguson. The bench is the available guys are Jono, Arroyo, Likely, Brenton Strange, Dalton Schultz, best available. I would probably go Goddard, Johnny, just to see if maybe Arthur Smith for once will let a tight end play more than 75% of the snaps. He never has. He doesn't do that. He's a former tight end coach that loves tinkering. He's Shane Waldron all over again. But what if he does? What if Johnny Smith is a top 2 target on the team? So I think I would go Goddard and Johnny.
I agree.
Yeah. Team is stacked, but I punted tight end. That's the yin and yang tight end way. That's the way to create leverage. So thank you guys. That's it for us today. We got in, we got out, we got them all answered. If you had anything, if you're watching this after the fact, rewind. Well, guess what? You can become a Fantasy Alarm member today, and we will answer your questions whenever. Fantasy Alarm members get special treatment. You go over and you hit that QR code right there on the screen, or you go over to fantasyalarm.com/win and type in promo code draft25, gets you a big discount on any product. And then hit me up on Twitter at Coupe Fiasco. If you're having trouble getting set up with the Discord, we'll get you in there. We're always doing all sorts of fun drafts and stuff and hanging out. So get in there and get set up. We got football tonight. What better way to lead you into the game than Howard and I, 6 to 8 p.m. tonight on Channel 87 Sirius XM, talking a little ball. That's when we'll get into the game tonight. We didn't really talk much about it here. We're saving it all for tonight. So tonight's game, we're going to hit on DFS. We're going to hit on best bets, right, Howard? Top to bottom.
Yeah, definitely. Like jump in on that. And then also here, if you want some added lineup stuff here on the Fantasy Alarm YouTube page, John and Pemba and Iggy Gilbert going to be hanging out here. I think they're going to be out from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. So leading right up to game time, the two of them will be there. If you can't get in on the phone lines for me and Coop, over on Sirius XM, John and Iggy hanging out over there as well. And as Coop said, everybody's talking in the Discord right now. I was hanging out there early this morning. I saw Dan Malin was in there. John and Pemba was in there. Coop was in there. So you're going to want to make sure that you, just join up with the family.
Get joined up. That'll do it for us, folks. We will catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be in here doing a one last draft. There's one platform that allows us to still do fantasy drafts after the Thursday show. So John and Pem and I are going to jump in and draft one last team. But that's it for us today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Adios, turd nuggets.